A reader reached out to me some months ago. He had just completed his second master's degree and was considering enrolling in another degree. He's had some difficulties landing jobs, so he thought an additional degree might boost his chances of landing the desired role. He was happy to enroll again as an international student for another year or two to get this degree in his bag. His story is not unfamiliar to me. I have met with young professionals considering returning to school to get another degree. After unsuccessful attempts to land their dream role in the industry, many consider this move. They believe, perhaps, that an additional degree will break the unemployment chains. Education is not cheap. The cost keeps going up every year with rising inflation. Depending on where you are and the options you are considering, you will be looking at tens of thousands of dollars. Not only that, but you would also need to be a student for 1 or 2 years to get your degree. Full-time academics are full on and will get you occupied. But wait. What next after the third degree? What if you don't get a job after this degree? Would you enroll in the fourth one? I am not sure this will be a good idea. You might have too many degrees for your portfolio without practical work experience. Here's what I suggest you do before getting that additional postgraduate degree for job purposes. Wait and think again. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn. Alvin Toffler. You see, going to school or enrolling in another degree is excellent. I encourage those I meet to get an education. However, there may be a point when it may not necessarily add much value. If you already have 2 or 3 postgraduate degrees and you're not finding roles, then it might be worth rethinking your decision to enroll in another degree. Pause and reassess whether that new degree will help you land your dream job. Pausing and giving it fresh thought might help you make a more informed decision. Speak to professionals in your field. Learning is not the product of teaching, learning is the product of the activity of learners. John Holt. Sometimes, we aren't the best decision makers for ourselves, therefore, it might also be helpful to speak to professionals around you. Go on LinkedIn and find individuals working in your dream roles. Speak to them about your new study plans and ask whether another degree will help you get your desired role. In most cases, you don't need to cough out tens of thousands of dollars to find a job. Speaking to people might open your mindset and help you discover what you need. Change your strategy. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. Sir Winston Churchill. After my graduate school in 2018, I tried applying for jobs online but wasn't successful. No matter how I tried, it didn't work out. One day, I stopped everything I did as they yielded 0 results. I stopped because I knew they weren't working. I knew there had to be a better strategy. After a few weeks, I started getting traction. In the end, I landed multiple roles in my field. If you are job hunting without success, sometimes, all you need to do is to revisit your strategy, evaluate your job search results and change your strategies if they are not yielding results. For example, consider using offline approaches if your online methods aren't working. Changing your strategy might be the solution to your job hunting, and not necessarily a new $65,000 degree. Reassess your strengths. The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. Carl Rogers. Brand new academic degrees are low-hanging fruits. They are easily accessible when you have money. It's pretty easy to enroll. That you find it easy to register for new degrees each time you try doesn't mean it will solve your job search problems. Job searching requires strategy. It requires you to understand your strengths and interests. You need to understand who you are to find these roles in the job market. If you struggle to land a job after multiple degrees, consider reassessing your strengths and interests to understand what you want. This step might solve your challenges instead of another university degree. Closing thoughts. An additional degree might not necessarily be the solution to your job hunting woes. Before enrolling in a new degree, especially after you already have 2 to 3 degrees, reassess your situation by thinking about whether you need that extra degree. Take it further by speaking to professionals in your field on LinkedIn to hear their views on whether you need that degree for the roles you want. In addition, reassess your strengths and change your job search strategy if you find out it's not producing results. The solution to your job search challenges might be cheaper than you think.